Project Zomboid is a zombie survival simulator currently in the alpha stage being developed by the indie developer The Indie Stone. Recently having been greenlighted by Steam, you could say that Project Zomoid is gaining steam. I started out having some issues on which version I should be playing. The first version I downloaded only had sandbox mode. Starting there, I felt like a baby in the middle of nowhere. I didn't know anything. I didn't know how to walk, attack, or even what I was meant to be doing. I described this feeling as having no direction. The most interesting thing about sandbox mode was the trait system. When you create a character, you first have to choose a negative trait to give you points. You can then spend these points on positive traits. I thought this was an interesting take on balancing. Also, asking NPCs to join you and being able to tell them to guard a certain area is helpful for defending your holdout. Once I found the version with story mode and got into it, the feeling of no direction started to fade. Adding in some small quests and some info about controls and the HUD, I started to see the possibilities this game offers. If knowing that just outside somewhere zombies are eating your neighbors isn't enough to have you checking outside your window, there are little touches that add to the feel of the game. The lighting I found made the game feel more eerie. When looking out a window, the angle you took on the window also changed your line of sight, so just because you looked out that window before leaving the house doesn't mean a zombie wasn't just out of sight. The moaning of zombies when you can't see them and the breaking of glass a house or two over adds to the feel of danger, but not the actual danger. Once the story mode quests end, scrummaging for weapons, food, medicine, tools, and other supplies while trying to find a nice place to bunker down is what you have to look forward to, not to mention defending your backyard from waves of zombies. Since Project Zomboid is still in development, I hope they add more things to make the game have more sense of urgency. I didn't feel like I was in constant danger. I also felt like zombies weren't the most immediate threat. Catching on fire or getting sick from the rain was more threatening than a few zombies. In groups or at night is when they seemed most dangerous. I also felt like there was a lot of waiting around making the game seem slow. Adding in some backstory and some quests might make it feel more like the game is going somewhere. The no sense of direction and achievement is what was lacking for me, but it started feeling better the more I experienced and learned about the game. I recommend you keep your eye on Project Zomboid through its development.